And I have been living in Southeast Asia off and on for the last 3 years, and having an opportunity to immerse in the culture in this part of the world has given me an insight that there's something going on here within the lifestyle, within the belief system of the people, and therefore I've become more interested about what is this that makes it different. And so it seems to me it must be Buddhism. I've been living in Luang Prabang, Laos. We have upwards of 30-some temples that are active in a small community. And the entire atmosphere of this small town is really infused with this Buddhist culture. So I'm here with Supawan Green today, and she's going to answer some questions for me about what it is to practice Buddhism and what makes Buddhism a vital and very vital factor in our world today.
Right. So you want to know about the law of karma. Mm-hmm. How does it connect with the enlightenment of the Buddha? Okay. I want to talk about this concept of no self first. Have you heard of this no self or non-self? Mm-hmm. Anatta in Buddhist concept, mm-hmm. which a few of the Western people I saw in the website, start to make a joke on the Buddhist concept, on this concept of non-self. Mm-hmm. How can you listen to someone who talk about non-self, and they said that, what is this? This is myself. How can you say that is non-self? But in fact, the non-self concept is quite profound. Okay, and from then I can lead you into the law of karma. But have a look at this first. The concept of non-self, if you got to be able to look things from the distance, because this is the very relative way of looking at things. Okay, looking at this. If we are in the close range area, everything looks big, right? Mm-hmm. So this is my husband, my wife, my children, and the problem also quite big as well. But if you look a bit further away, mm-hmm. can you see that yourself is a bit smaller now? Mm-hmm. Your problem also smaller. That person might be jobless like me, that person might have cancer like me, that person, their husband left me like me, that person might be an orphan like me, all these things. So your problem become, can be reduced if you look a bit further. So this is a picture taken from the plane. Can you see yourself now? No. If you look close, okay, yourself is big, but if you look further away, you don't see yourself anymore, only just, above the sky, okay? And if you look at yourself from here, where are you? And where's your problem? Really Can you small. See that? We become a very small part now, right? And if you look even further away, this is the solar system. Even our Earth is nobody now compared to Jupiter, Saturn, okay? And this is a galaxy, Milky Way galaxy with the solar system is there. And can I ask you, where's Amy? Where's Supawan? We non-exist now. Even the Earth is non-exist, right? And how about this level? How about this level? The universe, okay? The universe is just so tiny, so massive. So our real status, our real, human status is nothing more than a very tiny, teeny, a very minute part of the whole. Extremely small, minute part of the whole, okay, which is floating in the universe so insignificantly. Like the same way that we look at the night sky, you know, look at all these stars. We don't jump up and down, oh, that star got Obama there, this star got the Queen of England, this, we don't do it. We look at the stars so insignificantly. The same way that they look at us, look at our Earth so insignificantly. And on this little tiny planet, we got 6.6 billion people all crammed up in there and then trying to compete against one another. Can you see this very, maybe headphone, it's just so, I don't know what the right word to say. But anyway, come back to this. Our real status, okay, is that this life form is absolutely small and minute and floating in this gigantic universe so insignificantly. So what I try to say is that the only word, the only sentence that can describe us is that we are nothing. You are nothing. I look at you in this scale. You are not Amy who have the talent in doing this. Okay, in this scale, that floating insignificantly in the universe, you are nothing. So am I. I am nothing too. In the scale of, in the universe, we are so tiny. And this is a real status. Okay, if you come to join the retreat, I can explain to you, okay, I can explain to you that in this level of what's it, oh gosh, I lost it again, never mind. Okay, I can explain the word nirvana or God on this level, okay. I will explain as this is the first train that running, from eternity to eternity, and this is our second train, which is called life train. If you practice the four foundation of mindfulness or bring your mental self back home until you reach the fourth home or the innocent perception, the two trains will be running exactly synchronizing at the same speed, and that is how you can reach the state of the ultimate truth, when you become absolutely nothing there. Okay, I can explain that systematically in the retreat. So in this picture, okay, in this picture with a life form, little tiny dot, pasting on this planet Earth, which is floating among this universe, is in fact the state of nirvana, or the state of going back to the kingdom of God, or the state of the ultimate truth. I can explain that systematically. And then this is the part that the scientists know, as far as the universe. But the Buddha go one step further, another huge step further. The Buddha, on the night of the enlightenment, okay, he was the first human on earth who walked out of this gigantic prison, which he called samsara. Have you heard of the word samsara? Samsara, or the cycle of rebirth. On the night of his enlightenment, when he gained the ultimate freedom, he just looked back and realized that prior to that, he too was the prisoner. He too was the prisoner of this gigantic prison of life that he called samsara. So this prison, okay, I show you. This prison is made up of the right wing and the left wing. Okay, there are, let's talk about two types of deeds or action. Okay, the good deed and the bad deed, bad deed. Okay, the good karma and the bad karma. Sorry about the color, which is not quite agreeable. But let's say that this is the good karma. The good karma or the good action, the bad karma or the bad action. So everyone are the prison to their own thought and feelings, okay, which is good thought or bad thought. So the good thought, the good thinking people, okay, which are also the prisoner, they will, if you do all the good deeds, you will be sent to, let's say, the right wing of the prison. You'll be treating quite well. The right wing of the prison is made up of realm. Sorry, I cannot pronounce this word very well. Colin tried to teach me. The sphere of human being, okay, the sphere of the heavenly being or the celestial being, and the sphere of the Brahma world. These three sphere or realms class as the right wing, accommodating the good prisoner who do the good deed. Okay? And then in this world you also got a group of people who do bad deeds more than good deeds. So bad deeds people will be sent, the prisoner, okay, will be sent to the negative realm, which is made up of animal sphere, and then the hungry girl sphere, and then the hellish being sphere. Okay, so this realm, three realm, accommodate the people, the prisoner who do bad deed, basically. Okay, so what you have to understand is that whether you were sent to the good place or the bad place, ultimately you are still the prisoner who are trapped in this gigantic life prison. Okay, this is what the law of karma works. The karma or the action, okay, the thinking, the speech, and then the physical action, they are very much like fuel, petrol, fuel that feed this samsara to be alive, to carry on all the time, because you always got people doing good or doing bad, which feel this samsara to going on all the time. So let's look at them as prisoners. So prisoners have the limit of time to be in jail. If you do this bad, you'll be in jail for 10 years. If you do that kind of crimes, in 10, 20 years, 50 years, 90 years, that kind of thing. This is exactly the same. So they got the lifespan. The lifespan is that how long they are trapped in this, in this prisoner. So after you have spent your lifetime, your imprisonment, every realm or have a chance to come back to this neutral state, which is the human realm, the human sphere, okay, which is called just like the lobby, this is the land of opportunities, take it that way. The land of opportunity for you to begin again, to make the choice again, whether you want to do the good deed, to be a good prisoner, sent to the good wing, or to be a bad prisoner, to go to the bad wings, or to choose to do the third type of karma. The third type of karma is vipassana, the full foundation of mindfulness, or bring your mental self back home. Sometimes they call the non-action. Okay. The non-action. This non-action of vipassana is the third kind of karma that can help you to do the jail breaking. Okay. To leave the prison of life. Okay. Because the Buddha was the first human on earth who walked out of this prison of life. So he was the first one who gave the practice that can help people to leave, to walk away from this prison of life, to gain this ultimate freedom.
And how do we know this happened? I'm just asking a question. How do we know he broke free, the Buddha?
At first, that's why you got to have the faith first.
Okay.
Okay, if you have the faith in the Buddha, you can start from this. Okay, if you start from use your mental eyes to know your breathing, movement, and sensation, and then you feel that you can your jerry can reduce, and you feel free, you feel at peace. You know that this work.
Okay.
If you know that this work, you know that you can trust him. Okay, because this part is very scientific based.
So I guess my question,
if you can trust him, you can trust him on this concept too, because the world, because the law of karma, samsara, cycle of rebirth, cannot be explained scientifically.
Okay.
It got to based on faith.
And so the word that this happened comes from Buddha himself.
Oh yes.
Okay, that's what I needed to know.
It happened on the night of his enlightenment.
Okay. And it took him 49 days to figure out what happened to him.
No, it on the night of his enlightenment, he knew straight away all this. That 49 days, that was the part that he tried to decide whether he should teach or not teach, and work out his strategy to teach. Okay. But on that night of his enlightenment, he was the first one who woke up from this, and then he know two states: the state of imprisoned by all this, okay, and then the state of absolute emancipation, freedom. Okay, so that's how he can come up with the third type of action called non-action, vipassana. Okay, and which help people to leave this samsara. Okay, so the chance of all this life, okay, can come to this earth plane and bump into Buddhism is so rare, so very rare, that it got to be explained as a story, like the story of this blind turtle who swim in the ocean for 500 years and then emerge once in 500 years. And then Buddhism and its practice very much like a flower garland, a small flower garland, toss into the ocean and then let it float about. Okay, the chance of this blind turtle who come up, emerge once in 500 years, and to meet up with this flower garland is the chance of all this life that come to be born as a human being and stumble onto Buddhism and its practice. So the time like this, that we met like this, according to the Buddha, is called miracle. So miracle is not about this and that. That is so extraordinary.
No.
Miracle is that now you are born human being, which is miracle already. And not just that, you have stumbled into Buddhism, because Buddhism is still exists in this day and age. Okay, so this is second miracle. The third miracle is that you have bumped into a teacher who can help you to leave this prison of life. This is the third miracle. The fourth miracle is that you have a chance to listen and to practice. You have a chance to practice meditation, vipassana, or bring your mental self back home, and then have this realization, know your true self, and know about how Tom and Jerry work. This is all about miracle, 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 miracle. Can you see that?
It's a tsunami of miracles.
My term of miracle is very simple until lots of people don't realize how can this be miracle. But it is miracle according to the Buddha.
Okay.
Because this chance is very rare. That's why the Buddha said that those who reach nirvana is very few. The rest of them all cycling around this samsara. And he also said that the clever people in this world, okay, the number of clever people in this world is equivalent to the horn of the cow, whereas the ignorant people is equivalent to the number of the hair of the cow. Okay, so the clever people in his term, it means that people who know how to do the jailbreaking. It doesn't mean the high IQ people. A lot of high IQ people can belong to the group of population that is, the fur of the head. Okay, so what he said is so agreeable. So he said that the people who reach the state of nirvana is very few. So in the entire world, you got only 20 million people who choose to walk this path. Okay, choose to walk this path among the 6.6 billion people in this world. So can you see that how this is miracle?
Sure.
This is miracle.
Well, and
So-
for me, the miracle is that the dog is no longer wagged by the tail.
That's it. Exactly. You're in control.
That's right.
In control. This in control of your mind. This is
That's
the
right.
real, the best
Yeah.
miracle.
That's one of my tops, definitely.
The best
Definitely.
miracle. You know that I love for more people to realize this because it feels so good when
when
you want to be angry or discontent or you being depressed or worried anxiety, you can just stop it on demand.
Exactly.
Can you see how wonderful that is?
It's very empowering.
Just stop it. So powerful. But only you know it, you see. Only you know it. And this can only happen through practice. More practice and more practice. If you can master this skill, you can stop all this unsettlement on demand.
It happened this week with my
so
significant, and we were having a bit of a disagreement. And at one point, I don't know who started laughing first,
Yeah.
but it totally disassembled the whole issue. And we were both laughing at our laughing, and what we were disagreeing about, I couldn't tell you. I forgot.
Yes.
It got lost in my memory.
That's it. But this is it. You see, the heaven and hell in Buddhist concept is very different from the Christian
very
Christian
much.
one. Okay, the Christian concept of heaven and hell is permanent, which is quite scary. But none of these are permanent. None of these are permanent. All this you got the lifespan, just like you. Okay, they put you in jail for certain time, but not forever. Not forever. So no matter where you go, no matter how long it is, you will all have a chance to come back to this land of opportunity, which is earth plane, human plane. And then it's all come down to whether you are lucky enough to stumble onto a teacher or not, who can tell you about this jailbreaking by means of the full foundation of mindfulness or bring your mental self back home. If you have a chance to stumble on one, you're the lucky one.
Yes.
You're the lucky one. You see, which a lot of people, they are not lucky people.
In Thai, how do you say luck? Lucky.
โชคดี but we call บารมี it's all come down to your perfection พารมี
Okay.
In my book I talk about it.
Okay.
I talk about it. The user guide to life, the moral diet, and the law of karma. Can I show you the book?
I would love it. Yes, that would be
Show
very
you
nice.
the book.